Dear all, good morning and welcome to the session. This is just continuation of the previous video. In the previous video, we have seen or studied about the irrelevance theory. In this video, we will be studying about or understanding what is relevance theory. Okay. According to the relevance theory, the dividend decisions affect the value of the firm. Whereas in the case of irrelevance theory, your dividend decisions is unaffected, okay, to the value of the firm. Hence, but here your dividend decisions will affect the value of your firm. Hence, it is called as a relevance theory. The advocates of this school include Myron Gordon and John Winter, James Walter, and Rickardson. According to them, there are few people who worked on this. Okay, so we have again Walter model and Gordon model, who come out with a different kind of model for this theories. Okay, so here what happens, they come out with the thing that according to them, dividend decisions will affect the value of a firm as well as stock price. High dividend payout ratio increases the value of the firm. On the other hand, low dividend payout ratio decreases the value of the firm, because the payment of a dividend is a positive information to the investor. When the investors come to know that the company is paying the dividend, they go and start investing in the particular company. The demand increases. When the demand increases, the stock price will go up. Investors evaluate the firm profitability. Therefore, the firm which is interested to maximize the shareholders' wealth has to declare the high dividend payout ratio. There are two prime theories that says that dividend have the positive impact on the value of the firm. They are Walter model and Gordon model. Let's try to understand what is Walter model. Okay. In the irrelevance theory, only one model will come. What is that? M&M theory. But in the case of relevance theory, you will get two things, that is, one is Walter model, other one is Gordon model. Let's try to understand what is Walter model. Okay, so here Walter model supports that the view that dividend policy of an enterprise has bearing on the value of your firm. That means that they believe that dividend is an important tool to bear the value of a firm. Let's try to understand. Walter has proposed a model of share valuation that supports the view of dividend policy of an enterprise has a bearing on value of enterprise. The model is based on return on investment and cost of capital. A firm's optimum dividend policy is determined based on the relationship between the IRR and cost of capital. In other words, if R exceeds the cost of capital, the firm should retain the earnings, whereas it should distribute the earnings as dividends where R is less than the cost of capital. Okay, it indicates that when R is more than the cost of capital, the firm able to earn more than what shareholders could buy investors elsewhere if the earnings are paid to them. Okay, so here again this model therefore relates to the payment of earnings of dividend and retention of the earnings to the available capital budgeting. Here this model again divides into three groups. One is growth firms, normal firms and declining firms. That means that when there is a growth, okay, growth firms are those firms which have profitable investment projects which provide the return that is greater than the cost of capital, right? When R is nothing but the return what you get. Cost of capital is what you pay, right? For each firm's optimum dividend policy is 100% retention or 100% dividend payout ratio. Okay, and the next one is normal firms. In the normal firms where the return is equals to the cost. Okay, income equals to the cost. R equals to your cost of capital. In declining, where your R is less than the cost of capital. Okay, so there are again certain assumptions for the Walter model as well. Let's try to understand. All the profitable investments are financed through retained earnings. In the previous, all the investments are financed through the in this assumption, all the profitable investments are financed through the internal financing. There is no external financing. The firm's return on investment and cost of capital are constant. The other assumption is R and that is the return and the cost is constant. All earnings are either distributed as dividends or reinvested internally immediately. Okay, and beginning earnings and the dividends will never change. Okay, and the firm has the perpetual life, that means that for the indefinite period. Thanks for watching, and I will continue with the Walter model problem in the next video.